What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Bugs' DCS Cruise. For this one, this is going to be a fun one. It's going to be a long one. I apologize to you guys now for that, but that's what makes us better when we try to fly is longer missions, doing certain things. It'll help you out. So that's what we're doing for this one. We're going to be flying an escort mission. Hopefully there'll be no shooting involved in this one. There are no threats in the area, but we are carrying weapons. So for this one, what we're doing, I've been looking forward to this for a little bit, is we're going to be escorting a 747, and I'm sure some of you guys know already exactly where this is going. We're escorting Air Force One. So what we're going to do is we're going from a cold start out of Leipzig-Halle, and we're going to fly over to Ramstein. So forgive my pronunciation with some of the German stuff. I do know a bit of German, but I am not totally fluent in it. So forgive me for that along the way. Any of my German-speaking subs and followers, please let me know the correct pronunciation, in the comments below. I don't want to butcher the names too badly, but I'm just going to work with what I got for now. So what we're going to be doing is, like I said, Leipzig-Halle, and then we're going to fly 260 something miles or 200 plus miles over to Ramstein. We will be passing over the city of Bindersieben, so this should be a fun one. So without any further ado, let's unpause. We're going to wait for Air Force One to do its thing, and once she starts taxiing, we're going to be right behind her. So here we go, guys. That's a big jet. Alright, he's starting to turn his motors over. Start getting the F-15 warmed up and ready to go. Because as soon as he goes, we're going to taxi out right behind him. And just to show you guys what we got going on here, we are fully armed. We got 4 AMRAAMs, 4 heaters, triple bubble. There's the big beautiful Air Force One. He's getting ready to do his thing. Let's get our number 1 cranked over, and we'll be ready to get going. So we should be coming into Ramstein just around darkness. So it should take us about an hour and a half. Or like good old mover says, hour and a half. And then we should be there. So we'll see what happens, barring nothing goes wrong on us. Let's crank our HUD brightness up just a little bit. Alright, we are ready to go. We are turned over. And we are going to follow Air Force One out. We have, like I said, 3 bubbles on board, so that's a total of about 25,000 pounds plus of fuel. We should be okay for a little bit. We do not have tanker support available right now, so this should be interesting. We're not going to be in afterburn too much, only when needed. So make sure the rest of my guys are ready to go. Air Force One spooled up. He's spooled up. He's spooled. He's good. Alright, here we go, guys. She's starting to taxi. We're right behind her. So we're not going to stay too close to him because his wake turbulence will kick the shit out of us, guys. So we got to be careful and mindful of that one. Damn, that is a big airplane. Holy Toledo. And here we go, man. This is cool as hell. Let's get our
unable to clear for takeoff.
we're not asking for clearance.
You are cleared for takeoff already. Climb 300 at QFE 29.48.
Alright, let's hit a quick F2 overview just to make sure we're...
Clear to taxi to runway 11.
Yep, okay. We're just gonna follow him. The last of our bozos get across the runway. She's gonna hold him short until my guy's cleared. Alright, dash shore's clear of the runway. And like I said, I don't want to be too close to this guy's rear end as he throttles up because he will blow us across the airport. There he goes. Alright, we're gonna hold short. Let's get him out of here so we don't hit his wake turbulence, like I said. And then we'll be good to go.
Airborne.
Alright, he's up. Let's go. So we're just gonna go and we're gonna hit it.
Forward 5, unable to clear for takeoff.
We're going, too bad.
Forward 5, you are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE
Alright, here we go, guys.
2948.
Power's coming on, we're going.
2, rolling.
So we'll use AB for the takeoff.
3, rolling.
We're up. It's coming. Flaps up. Alright, guys. Let's hang in for the long haul.
2, wheels up.
224 miles out.
3, wheels up. 2, rejoin. 4, wheels up. 3, rejoin. 4, rejoin.
Go spread 4.
3, roger. 2, affirm. 4, roger.
We are a little heavier because we are carrying 3 bubbles and the full complement of weapons, so we're going to have to manipulate our power just a little bit here and there. So we should be climbing up to about 11,000 feet, and then we're going to go wings level with them, and it's just a ride from there, guys. So we're going to have to flirt with the afterburner just a little bit just to keep up until we go wings level. Alright, so this guy's right here is the perfect example of how to manipulate your throttle and when to and when not to use the afterburner. So we are plugging it in a little bit just to keep us aloft until we go wings level, but you guys can hear it popping in and out as I manipulate it. So I just plugged it back in again, but I do not want to overshoot Air Force One. Alright, he's got his nav lights on. So this is a good practice for formation flying for you guys. If you want to do something like this, work with a different airplane that's not in your flight, and that'll give you a good, healthy respect and understanding of how to fly formation. Alright, he's leveling off. Here we go. We'll go a little bit of negative G, but oh, maybe not. Maybe he's still climbing. We'll see what he's doing. So we're barely above 200 knots right now. We're about 205, 210 knots. There we go. Alright guys, so from here on out, we're in it for the long haul. So let's just enjoy the flight. I'm not going to say too much. We're just going to do what we have to do. And let's get Air Force One over to Ramstein. Here comes the rest of our flight. They'll join up with us as soon as they can. 205 miles to go. Now, I'm at full mill power right now, guys, and you can see Air Force One's kind of pulling a little bit ahead of us, so let's just plug in a little bit of afterburn just to get up next to him. We don't want to let him out of our sight. We want to be pretty close to him. And in case any of you guys are wondering, no, I am not using autopilot. I am totally hands-on throttle and joystick and rudder for this one. I don't really like to use autopilot, but sometimes for a really long haul I will, but normally I don't. This is another example of I'm not using AP. Alright, I'm not going to say too much from here on out, guys. Just enjoy the sights, the sounds, and I'll chime in when needed. Dash 3 and 4. Just waiting for our Dash 2 to rejoin on my side. We're good to go. There he is. Alright, perfect. We're good. We're set. We're saddled in. 180 miles to go. And that constant ticking that you guys are hearing is our RWR squawking from our flight. Nothing to worry about. There he is. Let's see if I get us a quick little flyby view here. Let's just let me stable this thing out for a second. So we're about 15 minutes out, guys. 117 nautical miles, I believe. I'll jump back up to 16. All right. Either which way. No rush for the flight. Let's see if I can get us a cool flyby from Air Force One's perspective. Not bad. Less than 100 miles out, guys. So far, so good. do have to say the Germany map does look absolutely beautiful around the sunset time or dusk time. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that should be Bindis even down there. A little less than 60 miles from Ramstein. Alright guys, we're less than 40 miles out from Ramstein now, so we should be starting our descent down pretty soon. I'll chime back in with you guys as soon as we start coming into our landing pattern. So pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to let Air Force One come down first. We're going to buzz the airfield, quote unquote. And once he lands, then we'll come in right behind him. we were about 4 or 5 minutes out. Alright, let's see what happens. We're actually making pretty good time, guys. We might actually land before sunset, which will be cool, but we'll see what happens. Yep. Here we go, guys. Here comes our descent, it looks like. Yep, we're starting to descend, guys. Alright, we're coming in for our landing phase, so let's just stick with him. And once he does his thing, I'll call my guys over to do our thing. Leave him plenty of room to maneuver. Don't want to be right on top of him. He doing? Oh, that's right. We're right over Ramstein now. Cool. All right. There's Ramstein, guys. I'm gonna cut power a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna goose our power just a touch. Let's get a little bit of altitude deconfliction here. I don't want to run into him, and I want him to have enough room to do what he's got to do. He's passing underneath us. There he is. Go finger 4.
3, copy. 2, 4, copy, affirm.
Let's get the fighters in tight. So I don't have to worry about them flying all over the damn sky. And we'll just circle down with them. got gear down. Yep, his gear's down. All right. There's 1, 2, 3, and number 4 is probably over my starboard shoulder right now, but I'm more worried about what AFO is doing. I see 3 tail stabs. Oh, 3 sets of stabs at least. There he is. Okay, cool. All right, all 4 of us are accounted for. You guys can see our AOA is pretty horrific right now. We're struggling just a tiny bit, but let's give it a little bit of power. I don't want to overshoot Air Force One and have him go, or have that cause a go around, I should say. Let's level our nose out. There we go. Just goose our power just a little bit. Once he gets saddled in, then we're gonna push it up and we're gonna go around, then we'll land. Alright, here we go. Let's push up just a little bit. Mr. President is down safe. Alright, here we go. Now it's our turn. Alright, he's down. Excellent. Welcome to Ramstein, boys. Here we go. Now it's our turn. Gears down, flaps down. All right, here we go. rough, but we're down. No, you better land, RTB. This is where we gotta be. Numbnuts. And we better slow down, otherwise we are gonna go right off the end of this runway. Holy Toledo. Alright, guys. We're at Ramstein, we did it. Let's go find Air Force One. And then get off the runway so the rest of the guys can come in. Alright, we're off the runway. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, we should be able to see where he went. Let's see if we can find him. He is where? Let's see. Let's see. Alright. Where did we go? We went the wrong way. Alright, let's spin around here. Or unless, actually, we didn't go the wrong way, he just went around. Okay, that works. So he made it back just a little bit before sunset. That's not bad. Let's get off the active runway right now. Let's find where the hell the taxiway is so we can meet up with Air Force One. Alright, so we just went from a little bit forward. Okay. Not bad. Let's make sure my... Are these guys really going the opposite direction? They are. What is wrong with them? Alright, well, not everything goes perfectly. But this went pretty smooth, I'm not gonna lie. Besides the flight not doing what they were supposed to do. Oh, unless they are actually coming back in. Let's see. No, I don't think so. I don't think they are. Oh, maybe. Alright, we'll find out in a minute. I'm not too worried about it right now. Let's just get ourselves acclimated next to Air Force One, where we're supposed to be. Let's go find them. Let's see where he is. He's all the way up there. Okay, cool. There she is. Should be, yep, right here. It's actually, you know what? We're gonna. Oh, let's see. Do we want to go this one? You know what? Let's. Take it up this way. We'll bring it around. Alright guys, I'm just going to taxi on over, and then we'll shut her down, and we'll take it from there. Alright, guys. We made it to Ramstein with Air Force One. Let's get the old Eagle jet shut down and stowed. Alright, we made it. I don't know what the rest of the flight's dilly-dallying up there doing, but we made it. Mission accomplished. Air Force One is down safe. We're down safe. The rest of our flight's circling overhead. I guess they're providing security for us. I'll allow it. That was a fun one. Like I said, if you guys want to learn how to fly formation and tighten up your skills with that, highly recommended trying something like this. Different airspeeds, different altitudes, different airframes. It will definitely teach you guys that discipline of what to do and what not to do. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe for more. And until the next sortie, strap in, arm up the seat, and keep flying.